talk to you about something I think is really difficult for consultants. I know it's been difficult for me in the past. And that is, you're working with a team and you've got to call out a really tough question. In particular, when the most senior executive in the room has raised an issue that either doesn't make sense, or it's confusing, or you think it leads the process off course. How do you bring it back online? That's a hard thing to do, but it's tremendously valuable when we can do it well. I want to tell you a story about that. Years ago, we were working on a merger, and there was a big IT component of that merger, and it wasn't going well. They were spending a tremendous amount of money, tens of millions of dollars, to put a new IT system in, and the install was just going badly. Now, we're not IT guys, but we help solve problems. So the CEO asked us to come in and help that team of 30-odd people get back on track again. And at one point, we were using flip charts, and I was writing at the bottom of a flip chart, kind of down on one knee writing, and the chief operating officer, who was the most senior executive on that team, was kind of sitting off to my right shoulder, and he's going to say something, and I'm ready to write it down, and what he said just didn't make any sense. It seemed about a sequence with everything else, and this didn't help the process move forward. And I was waiting. I didn't write anything down. I was waiting to see if somebody else in the room said, "Hey, that doesn't make sense. I see it differently than that." And nobody said anything. And so I thought, well, I'll shake him up a little bit. And I literally fell over on the floor. And I'm looking up over my shoulder at the chief operating officer, and I said, "Nobody in this room understands what you just said." And he said, "Yes, they do." I said, "I don't think so." So still laying on the floor, I look around the room and I said, "Anybody else here understand what he just said?" A little bit of silence, and a few seconds later somebody said, "I don't understand it either. And if I did understand it, it meant this to me, and I actually see it way differently than that." And boom, the whole conversation opened up, and we began to move forward. The COO said, "Well, okay, here's what I'm trying to say." And he said something much more articulate than what he said the first time around. And we started to make some progress, and we began to really move forward. So that role of being the consultant who's willing to call the tough question, even if it's a tough question related to the most senior person in the room, is a tremendously valuable role to play, and will continue to bring business to you as you become the person they know is the one that will do that and add that value to them.